Okay, yeah, like I said I was going to be dropping the first reaction video of the cake I was doing back. Yeah. So this is the first video I'll be dropping and it's on the Dave case. We all know what Dave did, but even though he has not yet been found guilty, but it's totally messed up. He had, stuff with a 14-year-old girl and killed her, then chopped her into tiny, tiny pieces and dropped her in the trunk of his Tesla. We don't even know if that is even true though. Yeah, so we don't actually know if Dave is actually guilty because that is just messed up. Why would you do such with a 14-year-old girl, then murder her, then chop her into pieces, into tiny fucking pieces, and drop her in the trunk of your car? It's totally messed up. And also, I don't believe Dave would actually do such. Yeah. So I actually don't believe Dave would do such. So let's just get right into the video. Yeah.
Anyway, in updated news, David has now finally been arrested in connection to the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. According to recent reports, David has officially been arrested in connection, and according to LAPD, David, born David Anthony Burke, was arrested by Robbery Homicide Division in connection with Hernandez's murder and is currently being held without bail. The case is set to be presented to the district attorney's office on Monday for filing consideration, so he's pretty much cooked. Emo boy, Hello Kitty assessed, weirdo predator, like this is an actual predator, someone who's actually involved in the murder of another individual, not Saikuno and all these other celebs you guys want to water down the word predator for.
Let's go. What's that? Oh, someone was taking a video outside when David was getting arrested.
And now people in the comment section are saying internet solved this within 24 hours, but here we
Now,
are months
but
later. Another person said,
what I don't get is why do people want his songs to be taken down? It's not just fair, but why do y'all want his song to be taken down? Like it's
this gotta be the slowest arrest ever made. Listen, they're trying to have an ironclad case here. They had plenty of time, and I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna get, well, decades in prison, maybe. Joanna said, hire all the ones who solved it online from the same day and fire the detectives. Nah, that's not how that works, but I understand what she's saying. Someone said, took them a while, but glad they did the right thing. I mean, it's not like they had any other choice. Other people are saying, I think the internet solved it the first day. One
how did
person
the
said,
internet
took
solve
the
it in the
internet
first day? How did the internet solve it in the first day? We don't know if he is guilty, but
at 2 minutes to decide he was guilty. I mean, it was obvious, right? Like, of course, people still took months to collect
how was it obvious? Make me understand how it was obvious. Like, how was it obvious, nigga?
every single data point, but after all that was collected and combined and the larger picture was
Nigga.
formulated, yeah, he was pretty much fried. And by the way, this information was provided by the official LAPD PIO. They said detectives from Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division, right? So this is basically the official page for that unit. And just to catch up a lot of people to this case, because not everybody was around during the David case in terms of
Yeah, yeah.
keeping their eyes on the details and hearing about updates. So I'm gonna play some clips and some video footage from ABC7 about latest details.
Presented to the DA's office on Monday for filing consideration. You may remember, and we've been reporting, Rivas's body was found in the trunk of David's car in September of last year. She was only 14 years old. Again, this breaking news just into our newsroom. We're working to get more information, and we'll continue to follow this story.
Yes, so for people who are completely oblivious to the David case, of which I don't know how, if you are on social media, you would be, but she was 14. The timeline spans from like 12, actually 10 to 14, like, because they knew they knew each other. They met online, Discord apparently, through Fortnite, and then everything escalated year by year by year, and it's just a disgusting case.
Do want to go ahead and bring in now ABC's Alex Stone on the phone to speak more about this case. Alex, you've been following this from the very beginning. What can you tell us as far as this breaking information goes this afternoon?
Also, we're going to be speeding this up.
Well, Mark and Michelle, yeah, sources are telling us that this is based off of evidence that the LAPD was able to gather and put together and now is going to be presenting to the LA County DA for a
Okay, so if you guys are hearing noises, it's actually coming from my roommates. They are loud. They are loud as fuck. So let's just continue the video.
On Monday.
This was not from any kind of indictment. We know that the case had gone to a grand jury. It was expected that there might be an indictment coming sometime soon. We were thinking in the last couple of months or in the next few weeks. This was not from that. We are told that this is evidence that they have been compiling going back to when her body was found last September, that now they have reached a point where they believe they have probable cause, and it's gone to the DA.
And guys, that is one important note and point I want to make. Yes, unfortunately, it took them a long time to...
But I don't get, why did he abandon his car? Why did he abandon his Tesla for months in a parking lot? That's what I don't also get again. But let's just watch the video to see if the watcher review why he abandoned his Tesla for months.
Build this case, but in certain cases, especially when it comes to influential rich people, they want to make sure their cases are ironclad. I understand the frustrations we've been through since last year about this case being, I guess, stalled out or stagnated, because from an outsider perspective, it looks like they're not doing anything, but inside, of course, they've been working diligently and thoroughly to make sure that this guy and who...
Exactly. Like, I literally thought this case was long gone. Like, I was honestly shocked when I saw it on the internet that it's back again. I was literally thinking it's long gone, not knowing they have been they have been checking. They've also been doing some research and investigating inside.
Whoever is connected to her murder goes away for a very long time. Again, this is the most disgusting case I've heard from a creator, someone of influence being outed in such a way. And even if he's not directly the murderer, he's clearly connected. And clearly he had some type of sexual relationship with her, which would be already a criminal federal offense in and of itself.
And so a lot of people wondering, you know, so many things seem to point to him. Why did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but...
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death. And there was difficulty reaching that cause of death, not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts. It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of that Tesla when her body was found.
Right.
So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, you know, let's say that she overdosed and then somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk. They have to be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
Exactly. And because initially it was so convoluted in why she died and how she died, you know, because they used terms like disintegration and torn apart as if someone chopped her up, but apparently her body most likely was put in the back of a no.
The fuck? She was 13 at that time. BAM! She was 13 at that time. What the fuck, Dave?
The front of a trunk, because in a Tesla, the trunk is in the front, a frunk, I guess they call it. And because of the heat and the enclosed environment of which it was in, that likely exacerbated the decomposition of the body to where it naturally decomposed or disintegrated itself without having to fully be chopped up per se by a murderer. And one of the other theories was that her body was already, you know, she was already murdered, frozen, and then transferred out into a vehicle to be transferred over to another place, likely for burial. And some, I guess, bad logistics led it to where messed up the plans, body was left in the truck. I don't know the specific details they now have as for a timeline.
If Dave actually killed her, why would you leave the body in your car trunk for months? Like in a parking lot. Why would you even wait you? And I'm not so I'm not saying this is right. This is very, very wrong. What Dave did is very, very wrong. So I'm not saying it's right.
Specifically how she was murdered from point A to point B to point C to point D, but not to point out that she was murdered intentionally is what I'm picking up.
All right.
Yeah, we also know, David, as many entertainers do, had an entourage of people around him at times. I know some other individuals have been considered as drivers of this vehicle or either around. Any information on possibly how this could impact other people that David was around that also may have been around Celeste Rivas?
Michelle, we don't know yet, and if there are any other arrests that are going to be coming in this case. We know that there were a number of witnesses who came and testified.
But wait, was her family not aware that that she was dating David? That is also a big question. Was her family not aware that this girl, she was dating a 22-year-old? She was dating a 22-year-old at age 14. Tell me her family was not aware about this whole nonsense.
In front of the grand jury again that this was not an indictment, that this is put together and moved forward on. But during the grand jury proceedings, which are secret as they're ongoing, that there were a number of other people who came forward, those who are close to David, friends of David, family members.
Also, I saw a tweet on X. It's like this guy said, take David's music off all platforms. Why should his songs be taken off all platforms? A lot of people, yes, people has done worse. King Von did worse. Sorry to mention King Von, but King Von did worse. King Von killed a lot of people. King Von was an armed robber. He robbed banks. He robbed. Then P Diddy was a prostitute. Not even worse. P Diddy is a prostitute. He did worse. Then go check. His music is still out there. King Von's music is still out there. P Diddy's music is still out there. So why do you guys want David's music to be taken down because of this? When there are other people that did worse. I know this is also worse to go. I know killing a minor, not just killing a minor, doing stuff with a minor, then killing her is very bad. Yeah, it's very bad. But I feel David's music should not be taken off all platforms. If people like P Diddy's music is still out there, so why should David's music should be taken off platform? I just feel it's wrong for his music to be taken off all platforms. And also, I also understand this tweet. Twitch has permanently banned David. Like Twitch has so that means David can never ever create a Twitch account ever again. Like his Twitch account is permanently banned. Then also I saw a tweet again from a very reliable source saying that David is going to get a death penalty. I was like, why is he getting a death penalty? It's honestly crazy that Dave is gonna get a death penalty. It makes no sense. Why you guys giving him a death penalty? King Von did not get King Von did not get a death penalty. PVD did not get a death penalty. These people that I am using to make all these explanation, all these comparison, they they did a lot of nasty stuff, like a lot of rubbish. So David's music should not be take, taken on platform. It's not right if his music is taken on platform. I don't understand that Twitch just banned him for life. I don't understand. I clearly understand that. But so let's get
Of
straight.
his were subpoenaed to go in front of the grand jury.
Cooks.
So if there are other arrests that could be coming, we don't know. But as of right now, he is the only one that we know of under arrest.
All right.
It's cooked because when you have that many loopholes, that many liabilities, that many branches of people who know you and were witnesses
Wait,
and
the body in the Tesla register. Wait. The body found in his Tesla registered to him has been identified as the 15-year-old Celeste. Okay, so she's current. Okay, she's we're in 2020. Celeste and Daisy, don't let me see. Okay, this is a picture of them. Wait, I don't get. I don't get. Now they are saying the Tesla is registered his name, so he might not even be the owner of the Tesla. He- I honestly don't get.
or have access to messages you may have sent them. It's not going to be airtight. There's always going to be one security vulnerability of
Oh,
which it's not going to be
someone
airtight.
said, "Hey, who's to get?" I don't know how I never watched his like stream, his tweets. How how come I never watch any of his streams?
There's always
But
going to be one
I talk to
security vulnerability of which anybody, for really that matter, detectives, investigators, hackers can use and exploit in order to link you to a potential crime, in this case, a murder, because of things you
what the fuck is that username? The Philadelphia's. I can't say that. This was a comment posted on the when her body was
may
initiated.
have sent accidentally, IP addresses, cache
This guy is a weirdo. A close friend's little sister from the IA ran away last year, and this is who she was with. We think her sister was pimping her out. She was in the seventh grade at the. Yo,
images, fingerprinting, and we live in the most heavily
wait, she was in this. Wait, let me just move this away. She was in the seventh. She was in the seventh grade at the time the LAPD swept his place in the hills. I'm terrified that this is who is in the car. Nobody has heard from her in months. I would not release names. She's still a minor, but she was from.
surveilled society we've ever been in. You're always going to mess up in one way or another. Even some of the most smart, intelligent, thorough criminals in the
Uh,
world will get screwed over because of either something someone else they knew did, a leaked address, using your own personal equipment to commit a crime. I
body
mean,
cam
I just want to
detector.
know who's going to start snitching. And I wouldn't be shocked if David wasn't the one who specifically put his hands on her and murdered her. The smart, like, I wouldn't be shocked if someone did it for him through his
Jason
own.
Dewey. I also don't get why Jason Dewey and Pokimane are getting dragged online because they were in his music video. That's dumb as fuck. There is no need to drag Jason Dewey and Pokemon. They were just in his music video. That was a mistake.
requests. And just to clarify, he is being
Yes, yeah, but David has been arrested for the murder of Celeste Rivera Hernandez and is being held without bail after her body was discovered in the truck from in September.
held without bail. That is what they're saying. Burke is being held without bail, so whichever judge is presiding over this case at this point must have seen so much evidence to the point to where they said, nah, we can't let this guy out. We can't even give him the chance to flee. And again, back to the comments, people are saying 8 months later, internet
Wow.
solved it already. We still listening to
Wow, so after 8 months. Wow.
Here with me and romantic homicide, right? Yeah. Bro, what do you? Someone said worst
Most police
police
work
work of
said.
all time. Like, come on, man, give him a break, bro. Give him a break. But yeah, guys, looks like the progress of this case is now escalating, and we are now getting closer and closer to a full-blown trial. Hopefully, they allow filming in the court because I want to see. We all want to see what
Yeah. Like I honestly want to see videos of David in the court. Actually, I honestly want to hear what what those judge has to actually have to say about his case. So I just hope film is allowed in the court, and we also do a reaction video about that.
it's going to go down. We want to see people's reactions, faces.
Exactly,
We
want
want
to
to
see
see
that.
the judge. We want to hear the deliberations, defense and the plaintiffs and the witnesses get on the stand. Like, this is really a movie. But yeah, guys, chop it up in the chat, in the comment section. What do you think about this? David is fine.
Okay, all right, that will be all for today. I hope. Okay, and also if if there's any more news about the whole David case, I will keep you guys updated, and that will be all for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and leave